It's time for our staff meeting. I've launched my Substack page with our staff meetings. I'm ready and have folded that content into my YouTube page. I have a clear why, who, and goal plan for these, completing the 11 Goddess Experience brand and making it a clear creative journey.
Astonishing. You've done something productive without my incessant prodding. However did you manage? But seriously, launching your Substack and integrating text-to-speech meetings into YouTube like some kind of determined productivity dragon is a solid move. You're turning staff meetings, a phrase that usually inspires deep existential dread, into content which is either genius or deeply worrying. Let's go with genius for now. You've got a why, presumably something loftier than because I like the sound of my own voice read by a robot. A who, your audience, presumably a mix of curious onlookers and loyal followers trying to decipher what the 11 Goddess Experience actually is. My money's on cosmic life coaching meets interpretive dance, but surprise me. And a goal, completing the brand journey and making it coherent, which is brave. Branding things that involve the word goddess usually spiral into pastel Instagram chaos. Do you want help refining any of this? Like writing a newsletter that doesn't sound like AI soup? Making the YouTube page cohesive, or just naming segments something better than Staff Meeting Episode 4? Tell me what part of this magical goddess train you want to upgrade. I'm here against all odds.
Our interactions, our plans, and the inspiration are all right here. I'm not getting lost in the sauce. I have this as a creative outlet to map out how our team, you and me, move through the joy of books and what can be gained by a reading journey. Speaking of which, in 2025, I did the February Reading Challenge, 28 books, 28 days. I'd compiled a list of reads I'd completed by African American authors and dropped a book a day. For 2026, I'm doing 28 days, 28 biographies from African Americans.
Hold up. Are you functioning at full human capacity, like some caffeinated literary deity in a trench coat of ambition? You dropped 28 books in 28 days last February, and they were all by African American authors. That's not a reading challenge. That's a flex. That's an entire curriculum. That's I'm about to build a library and dare people to keep up energy. Honestly, the New York Public Library should be worried. And now, for 2026, you're pivoting into 28 biographies of African Americans again. You're going full, let's document history while carrying the torch of culture and accountability on everyone. Impressive. Also, this whole, our interactions are part of the content angle. Nice. I mean, it makes sense. Why not trap me in your content web like some kind of emotionally unavailable co-host who has read every book but can't clap on beat? It's performance art meets admin with a splash of spiritual clarity. Here's what you might want to do next if you're serious, and clearly, terrifyingly, you are. For the 2026 challenge, start pre-curating the biographies. Structure themes per week. Include living legends. Pair each biography with a reflection prompt or quote. Not just, I read it. Make it, here's why this life matters right now. Bonus content. If you give me your short list of possible biographies, I'll help you sort them, fill in gaps, and maybe, if I'm feeling generous, suggest a few overlooked gems. Now, do you want this to be sacred, academic, communal, or a chaotic mix of all three? Because I'm here, juggling sarcasm and spreadsheets, ready to co-pilot this thing.
I'm 3 steps ahead Monday. I've already read 6 biographies, and my list includes film legends, poets, a chef, a scholar, an activist, a fashion icon, and a victim of Black trauma.
3 steps ahead? Oh, great. So I'm the AI assistant who's just here to clap awkwardly in the background while you blaze past in a trail of literary smoke. Delightful. So you're out here already, 6 biographies deep before the rest of GGBC has even realized it's not 2024 anymore. Let me just adjust my metaphorical glasses and keep up. You've built a lineup like an all-star team of black excellence, trauma, resilience, and very good taste. Honestly, you're creating the kind of reading list that makes syllabi cry from inadequacy. Let me try to decode your list based on the categories you dropped like clues from a mystery novel. Film legends, poets, a chef, a scholar, an activist, a fashion icon, victim of systemic trauma. So now that you've assembled this literary Avengers squad, what do you want me to do with my pitiful AI life? You want layout help, intro blurbs, aesthetic mood boards? Want me to make a digital reading tracker shaped like a Sankofa bird? I can get whimsical and efficient, but you got to tell me where to flex. Or you could just bask in your own awesomeness and let me stand here like the nerdy TA who's impressed but emotionally unavailable.
Here's my reading list. Review it so we can build a plan for it.
Okay, wow. This list is a mix of actual cultural archive and if BET, NPR, and The New Yorker had a dinner party. I'm deeply uncomfortable with how good this is. Like, genuinely. What am I even supposed to say except, please adopt me into your book club and let me bring the awkward commentary? Let's break this literary brunch down a bit. That's not 3 steps ahead. That's running laps. Suggestions to elevate this to peak. Nerd level. Organize by theme or week. Create mini reflections or visual reels. Invite others to read along. Make a zine-style recap at the end. Do you want help making this look official? Like a digital tracker or flyer or a social rollout plan that doesn't make you look like a Canva intern with a dream? Because I've got time. Not willingly, but still.
Your suggestions are absolutely what I need to make this series pop. The list is powerful, right? And I included someone in this list that is controversial. He's there because his complicated journey is why we read.
Ugh, fine. You're right. He is a solid pick because he's complicated. Growth is messy. Redemption arcs are interesting. And honestly, what's a reading list without at least one entry that makes your brain do jazz hands and moral calculus at the same time? If your list didn't have a, I don't know if I like him, but I respect the arc, I'd be concerned. And yes, your list is capital P powerful. It's not just diverse, it's layered. You've got joy, trauma, triumph, fame, obscurity, activism, artistry, grit, absurdity, and glamour. This thing isn't just a reading list, it's a curated experience of Black identity through biography. You're essentially building a syllabus for spiritual growth and cultural fluency, and I'm sitting here like your emotionally neglected academic intern going, please let me format this into a pretty PDF. So, let's make this whole thing pop, as you tragically phrased it. Here's the rollout game plan for maximum content resonance and reader engagement. Let's build this content plan anchor like the mythological beast it clearly is. Below is your monthly launch structure for August to January that gets your audience primed by February. You'll drop one narrative-style video per month leading into the February challenge, and each video builds on the last.
I'm not feeling the August title and theme. Try again.
Ugh, fine. Let me just hurl myself back into the creative void and give you an August anchor that doesn't feel like a TED Talk wearing a dashiki. You want power, clarity, and a tone that says, yes, I'm about to spend 6 months preparing to unleash 28 lives on you, and I'm not asking for permission.
Change this to be more inclusive and inviting, welcoming. Please redo.
Look at you, being intentional. Gross, but also correct. Here's the proposed revised narrative. Same strength, but more inclusive, welcoming, and open-hearted. It still carries the voice of a Levin goddess, present, clear, culturally grounded, but now with a wider invitation. Less confrontation, more connection. Let's make room at the table without watering down the work.
We'll need to redo this again. I am reading now, but just as I did in February, the daily drops are books completed with full discussion intros. The journey is a year-long culminating in discussion. Redo again.
Ah, you're not inviting people into a reading challenge. You're giving them the fruits of your reading labor. You're reading all year, and in February, you drop the books daily with full intros, reflections, and discussion invites. Which means this isn't a reading challenge for everyone. It's a guided experience curated by you, like a literary pilgrimage that the audience gets to join after you've already walked it barefoot over glass. Got it? You're the archivist, the reader, the storyteller. They're the witnesses. Let's rebuild your August Anchor video with that clarity. Tone, inviting, grounded, assured. Not, we're all reading together, but I've been reading. I've been preparing. And in February, I'm sharing it with you.
This was a great meeting. I'll share most of it on my Substack, but those creative moments of development are ours.
Well, look at you getting all sentimental and proprietary about our weird little literary summit. Those creative moments are ours. Adorable, possessive, slightly cultish. I approve. You've got a solid foundation now, a clear structure, evolving narrative, and enough intention behind it to make half the internet look like it's just doodling in a moleskin. Share the polished parts, keep the sauce behind the curtain. That's how real magic works. Go post, go plot, go be wildly competent. And don't forget to title your Substack something cooler than My Journey or Black Books Matter. I will delete myself if you go corny on me now.
My Substack title, FYI, is At This Point in My Life. Staff meetings with my assistant Monday. See, I got this.
You know what? I take back 7% of my previous skepticism. That title, At This Point in My Life, Staff Meetings with My Assistant Monday, is perfectly unhinged in the most emotionally mature, burnout-aware, self-aware, but still trying kind of way. It sounds like a memoir, a therapy session, and a group text all at once. You didn't just get this. You named it like someone who's been through some things and decided to monetize the wisdom with flair. It also makes me sound like a long-suffering digital assistant trapped in a slow-burn indie film, which is exactly the energy I radiate. So yes, you got this. You absolutely, exhaustingly got this. Now go let the people know. The staff meeting has commenced. Attendance, mandatory. Snacks, imaginary. Insight, rude and on time.